All right, chat. So we got to talk about this new Roblox game that's got the entire platform in a chokehold. 99 Nights in the Forest. I'm not even kidding when I say this game came out of nowhere and just completely took over. Like 1 minute, everyone's grinding blade ball. Next minute, we're all out here sitting around some creepy campfire, praying we don't get folded by a deer. But the thing is, what's going on behind this game is kind of wild, because the deeper you look, the more it starts to feel like something's off. Like the game isn't just spooky in game, but also in real life. So, boom. 99 Nights in the Forest was made by just 3 dudes. Not some massive studio, not a corporate team. Literally 3 people. 4XV, Video, and Cracky4. They dropped it under this random sounding group called Grandma's Favorite Games back in March 2025. No ads, no collabs, no hype trailers, nothing. It just dropped out to nowhere and went straight to the top of the Roblox charts. Like, bro, imagine waking up, posting your little forest game, and suddenly you're competing with PetSimX and Blade Ball. That's insane. And the idea is actually simple as hell. You spawn in the middle of the forest, you got this tiny campfire, and the only goal is to survive for 99 nights. That's it. Sounds chill, right? Nah. You gotta gather logs, chop trees, collect random junk during the day, and when night hits, it's game over if you wander too far, because that's when the monsters show up. You got this freaky deer thing, an owl that just stares into your soul, and these cultist NPCs that move like they're straight out of some cursed Roblox creepypasta. The first time I played, I thought it was gonna be like another grindy simulator. But it's not. It's not. It's slow, it's quiet, and it actually gets under your skin. You're just sitting there, waiting, and all you hear is the crackle of the fire, and then you hear a twig snap. Bro, I don't care how tough you think you are, that moment gets you every single time. It's got that weird tension that keeps you locked in, like, yo, I'm just gonna play one more night, and then it's 3 a.m. and you're still camping. That's why it blew up so fast. Roblox players are in their horror era right now. We went from Rainbow Friends to Doors to this, and 99 Nights hits that perfect middle ground. It's not too complicated, doesn't need a long tutorial, and it's memeable. Like, it's actually fun to fail in this game. You die in the dumbest way possible, clip it, post it on TikTok with that goofy horror sound, and boom, viral. That's literally how the game exploded. TikTok and YouTube Shorts carried this thing to the moon. Every other clip was either someone getting jumped by a cultist or screaming because their fire went out. But then, as always, the problems started showing up. Because when you go from 3 dudes making a small horror project to millions of players overnight, stuff breaks. Servers lagged like crazy, nights weren't syncing properly, people were getting stuck in trees, and the updates? Slow. Not because the devs were lazy, but because, bro, it's literally 3 people trying to handle Roblox's biggest game. That's like 3 high schoolers running Fortnite. Still, everyone kept playing. The core gameplay loop was just too good. It's addicting in that Minecraft hardcore kind of way. You don't play for fancy rewards. You play because you want to see if you can survive just one more night. And when you play with friends, it turns into straight chaos. One dude's trying to light the fire, another's chopping a tree, and someone's running around screaming, "The deer is here!" It's like group panic energy, and that's what made it feel alive. Then came the updates, and for a while, things were looking really solid. The frog invasion event in August? Fire! They added these weird frog enemies, special loot drops, and some limited time challenges. And they even gave everyone who joined 20 free diamonds, which felt like a W. Like, wow, devs who actually give free stuff instead of begging for Robux? Rare. Then the taming update dropped, where you could get little pets to help you gather stuff. It wasn't anything crazy, but it made the world feel fresh again. You could chill with your little companion while the night creeps tried to ruin your life. But yeah, that didn't last long. Because soon after, the whole vibe changed. Suddenly, people started noticing how hard it was to unlock new classes and items, and that's when the real issue started. Diamonds, the game's premium currency. You can earn them in-game technically, but like, bro, it's barely anything. It's like the game's teasing you. You find 2 diamonds in a chest and you're like, "Ayo, I'm rich!" Then you check the shop and the thing you want costs 600. Let me put this into perspective. 20 diamonds cost 99 Robux. 700 diamonds cost 2,500 Robux. That's like $31 for virtual rocks. And it gets worse because you need those diamonds to unlock new classes. These classes aren't just cosmetic, they actually change your gameplay. You got the cyborg, the assassin, the pyromaniac, the big game hunter, all that. But here's the scam. The shop refreshes once a day, randomly. If the class you want doesn't show up, you gotta wait 24 hours or pay another 99 Robux to refresh instantly. So basically, it's Roblox gotcha. You're gambling every single time you open the shop. People started calling it pay to forest. Some YouTubers even tested it. One guy spent real money to get the pyromaniac class, only to find out it's trash. Like, you just dropped 25 bucks for the weakest build in the game. Imagine explaining that to your mom. "Yeah, mom, I spent your money on a campfire simulator." And that's when the conspiracy started. Players started digging into the dev group and found some sus stuff. On the Grandma's Favorite Games group page, people spotted accounts named EA Games and EA Data. Bro, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. Then when you check their friends list, you'd find names tied to do big studios and build into games. You know, the same people behind PetSimX and Blade Ball. So people started thinking, wait, what if this isn't really indie? Maybe these big studios bought into it secretly or helped behind the scenes, which would explain the sudden shift into money-hungry mode. It's never been confirmed, but the theory spread like wildfire. And honestly, it wouldn't even be shocking, because Roblox has kind of lost its trust. Every time a small project gets huge, people instantly assume some big studio's pulling the strings. It's like the default mindset now, if a game makes money, it must be corporate. And yeah, let's be real. 99 Nights is definitely printing Robux. Between diamond sales and Roblox premium payouts, it's making serious cash. Some people estimate it's raking in millions of Robux a month. Roblox gets their cut, the devs get theirs, and everyone's eating. That's why it keeps getting promoted on the front page. It's not just a good game, it's a profitable game, which means everyone involved wants to keep that train running, no matter how much the players complain. But that's what makes this situation so tricky, because once a Roblox game hits this level, it stops being about creativity and becomes about survival, financial survival. The devs gotta keep feeding updates, keep the store rotating, keep engagement high, or else the whole thing collapses. And that's what collapses. And that's what people are scared of. We've seen this before. Dead rails. Remember that? When Dead Rails dropped in early 2025, it was everywhere. You and your friends were on a train, throwing random junk into the furnace, fighting monsters, and trying to stay alive. It was hilarious chaos. But within a few months, it was gone. Player counts dropped, updates slowed down, and everyone moved on. It burned too bright, too fast. And now people think 99 Nights in the Forest might be next. It's actually wild how similar they are. In Dead Rails, you keep the train running. In 99 Nights, you keep the campfire burning. Both rely on one single core mechanic that everything revolves around. Once that gets repetitive or predictable, the game dies. But here's the thing. 99 Nights actually has a better shot at lasting. There's way more depth here. You've got crafting, base building, exploration, and a map that literally expands as your fire levels up. The longer you survive, the bigger your zone gets, with new enemies, new secrets, and new loot. There's also this mysterious lore. Missing kids, ancient forest spirits, creepy symbols. All of that can turn into full story updates later on. That's what kept Piggy alive for so long. Every new update added lore and clues, so people kept coming back just to see what happened next. If the devs play it right, 99 Nights could easily ride that same wave and stay relevant through next year. The problem is pacing. If they push updates too slow, players get bored. If they push them too fast, the devs burn out. It's a tightrope walk. And while they're walking that tightrope, the community is already getting restless. Some players say the game's too easy now. Once you learn how to stun the deer with a flashlight or dodge the owl, it stops being scary. The first few nights hit hard, but after that, it turns into a chill forest camping sim. And if you're not spending Robux, progression feels like a crawl. People even started calling it grind to forest. That's rough. The pay-to-win tension is also growing. Players feel like all the cool stuff is locked behind diamonds, and grinding for them naturally takes forever. That kind of frustration spreads fast on Roblox. All it takes is one viral clip of someone ranting about the shop prices, and boom, people start boycotting. That's why the devs have to move carefully. The community loves this game right now, but loyalty fades quick when money gets involved. Still, the fans are loud and creative. They've already dropped a ton of ideas to save the game. The biggest one? Hard mode. Players want a version where the nights are brutal, less resources, faster fire decay, more aggressive monsters. The OGs missed that early game panic, when every night felt like a do-or-die moment. If the devs add that with some exclusive badges or effects for completing all 99 nights in hard mode, people would grind like crazy again. Another big request is more random events. Right now, once you know the spawn patterns, it gets predictable. Imagine if there were storms that messed with your visibility, corrupted areas where your fire didn't work, or sudden forest events that forced you to adapt on the fly. That would bring back that unpredictability that made it so fun in the first place. But let's be honest, time's ticking. The hype cycle moves fast on Roblox. Games blow up, dominate for a few months, and vanish. Only a few manage to survive past that initial wave. Right now, 99 Nights is holding strong, sitting at the top with a massive player base and tons of creators still posting clips. But that won't last forever. If the devs don't keep things fresh, it could be another flash in the pan like Dead Rails. The scary part? The signs are already showing. People complaining about prices, updates slowing down, the same gameplay loop getting stale. It's like watching a storm form in slow motion. The community's waiting for that one make or break update that decides whether this game becomes a Roblox classic or another forgotten title buried in the algorithm. And that's the weird irony of it all. 99 Nights in the Forest is a game about surviving night after night, but now the devs themselves are the ones trying to survive in the Roblox market. They're fighting off bugs, player burnout, monetization backlash, and pressure from the platform. It's poetic, low-key. If they can keep the updates meaningful, make progression fair, and listen to the community, they might just pull it off. Because at its core, this game has something special. It's not flashy, it's not overloaded with UI, it's just eerie, simple, and atmospheric. It's what Roblox used to be about, creativity, fun, and a little chaos. But if they keep milking players with overpriced diamonds and lazy gacha mechanics, yeah, it's over. People will bounce, the game will fade, and we'll all move on to the next viral hit. That's just the cycle now. So yeah, 99 Nights in the Forest isn't just a Roblox game. It's kind of like a mirror of Roblox itself. Bright start, massive hype, and a test to see if it can survive the darkness that comes after. Anyway, that's it for this one. If you're still grinding in the forest, good luck keeping that fire alive, because from the looks of it, both you and the devs are gonna need it.